Tottenham 0, Nottingham Forest 3. I actually cannot believe I'm saying that. This game was an absolute shambles. I cannot believe it. I genuinely cannot believe it. When you're looking at the fans lining the streets before the game, hundreds and however many fans cheering in that team bus, to the end of the game, to what we've seen today, it's an absolute embarrassment, every single part of it. You know, first half, all right, fine, we were probably on top. They scored against the run of play from their first corner, and we had about 6 or 7 corners. But that second half and the changes that made at half time
killed the game.
That was everything wrong. Well, that was wrong today, because I thought we were building something in that first half, and I thought we were on top, and you know, there was something there.
Yeah,
but the changes that were made in the second half were embarrassing, and the performance in the second half was even more embarrassing.
Yeah, I didn't understand the changes. Bergvall right wing, taking off Van de Ven. Obviously, we'll have to wait to hear after the game if there's some sort of injury. We don't know. We don't know. Who knows?
We don't know.
We don't know. You know, maybe kept Dante on for long throws. Who the hell knows these days? But that second half was a shower of shit. It was absolutely disgraceful. We couldn't string 2 passes together. It's like the players lost all confidence. That first half, it wasn't exactly amazing, but at least it was like...
But we were the better team.
We were the better team. We had most possession. We probably looked more like scoring. You know, it's not like we created loads. You know, Sells didn't have any saves to make. We didn't create too many chances, but if anyone was going to score, it looked like probably going to be Tottenham. We were knocking on the door, but... we weren't great in that first half, but probably just a bit better than Forest. They got a goal against run of play right at the end of the half. And you're thinking, okay, a bit of a setback, but second half, if we build some momentum, we can still win this. And then the second half starts, and you don't know what you're watching. You can't quite believe what you're watching in that second half. It's just been same as what we've seen for a lot of the season, especially at home. Just lack of confidence, lack of kind of clear ideas, lack of identity. The players had zero assurances within themselves what they want to do on the ball. No playing through the centre. Xavi absent. Well, his absence was very much felt. You could clearly see how much he was needed on the pitch, Xavi, because we weren't playing through the centre whatsoever. We were being way too nullified out wide.
Why did we take so long to bring him on? First of all, why didn't he start? Why didn't he come on at half time? And why did we take so long to bring him on? It makes no sense.
All of it makes no sense. And considering all the effort the fans put in, I don't want to hear one person, one pundit or one journalist or whatever say that Tottenham fans are part of the problem, or Tottenham fans are too toxic, Tottenham fans are too demanding. I don't want to hear a word of that. I don't want to hear anything about that, because the fans did everything they could today to make sure the team gets as much support as possible. They did their part and more. They went beyond, above and beyond today, the fans, to make sure there was no toxicity. Everything was positive. Everything was about supporting the team. Everything was about
Even
showing how much we love them. Exactly. Everything. Before the game, during the game, the fans did everything they could, and yet they were continually punched in the face by this football team and this football club today. It was an absolute embarrassment. We were doing 2-for-1 drinks in the bars before the game. We were giving 2-for-1 goals on the pitch. It was ridiculous. The whole thing was ridiculous.
Look, all season we've been hearing about Tottenham fans. All season you've been hearing from Pedro Porro, you've been hearing from this player, that player. The fans need to be on side. The fans need to back us, Vicario. You know, how many times have we heard it? We line the streets. We line the streets.
It was like a parade. It was like a Europa League winning
to cheer you in today, and this is how you repay us. It's an absolute joke, man. How are we losing 6-0 on aggregate to this Nottingham Forest team? How? How is that even possible? I just don't get it. You're looking at the way we were defending our goal to the way that Nottingham Forest were defending their goal. Like, the 3 Nottingham Forest goals, they just seemed easy. It just seemed like, you know, 2 passes they were in. I don't know, one was a corner, but, you know, when they were defending our goal, their goal, we just couldn't break them down for love nor money. I don't know if that's the quality in attack or whatever, but they looked like they were fighting. They were fighting at the back, and we were not fighting at the back. I'm sorry, we weren't.
Fighting for their lives. They were digging deep. They were doing everything that you need to do as a relegation-friendly team, which is, you know, you got to roll your sleeves up and you got to stand up to be counted. And this team are crumbling before our very eyes. And it seemed as though once that second goal went in, everything went out the window for this team. It's almost like they lost all belief that they could even get back in the game. We've struggled to do anything on the pitch resembling some sort of footballing plan or footballing identity. It was embarrassing to watch, and we are absolutely going to get memed, and we're absolutely going to get bantered and embarrassed because of the way that we tried to support our team today. And that's what hurts the most. It's going to be the fans who bear the brunt of it. The Spurs players are going to get the criticism from our fans, but we're the ones who are going to get memed, and we're going to get mocked for cheering our team and supporting our team and making sure they had the best chance today from a fan's perspective to put in a good performance, and they give us that 3-0. We lose 3-0 in what is our biggest league game in a very, very long time, you could argue. For for decades, you could argue, with the importance. Yeah, it's the whole thing. The whole thing's a joke. Look,
I think as well, we're so lucky West Ham lost today. Just give us one minute, please.
1 minute.
Just give us 1 minute.
Oh,
Can't be 1 minute.
Well, look, we have to move in. We're getting kicked out. Just like we're getting kicked out of the Premier League. That's what's happening here.
So we got kicked out of the stadium. So now we're here. But what was I saying? Yeah, we're lucky that West Ham bloody lost today, because we'd be in the relegation zone right now. And I was saying, I was going on at Sim and Amir all the way in Madrid saying Spurs aren't going down, Spurs aren't going down. How
are we going to recover this?
How are we going to recover this? It's like every game is another black eye, another black eye. How many eyes do I even have to get even more hits this season? It's just like,
does Igor choose to stay?
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I really don't
After
know.
the last 2 games, he's getting something out of this team. It looked like we turned the corner, and today we're not. I think it's beyond back to square one. It's like -1. It's like I don't know what to say.
The only hope we have, whether Igor goes, whether Igor stays, is just pray to the high heavens, man. That is the only way we stay up, because the only way we stay up is if someone is worse than us. It's not even on us anymore, because I don't think that we can get any good performances on a consistent basis.
How are we going to win any games? We've won 2 in 22 now.
That's what I'm saying. The only thing we can pray is that someone's going to be worse than us.
But how can someone be worse than that?
That's all we got, because we are shit.
At the moment, we're not going to win another game for the rest of the season. No chance that the other rivals do that.
I know.
So how the hell are we getting out of the situation?
I don't know.
The players seem to have lost belief.
I'm broken, man. I promise you, I'm absolutely broken. I don't know where to turn. I really don't. I think we're totally screwed. I really think we're screwed. I don't know what we're going to do.
I never thought today would be that much of a drubbing. I thought maybe a narrow defeat if we were to lose. It'll be a close game. But to lose 3-0 against a Forest side who won good today. It won good.
Mate, we line the streets to cheer them in. How is this even possible? These guys should be coming onto the pitch, chest puffed out. Look at the support we got behind us today. The flags around the stadium. That big banner in the middle saying "All together, always," whatever it said.
Well, the fans are together. Are the team together?
It's just like we
Doesn't look like
couldn't
it.
do any more for the team than we did today. We really couldn't. And they give us that.
I don't know.
They give us that.
I don't know what we do from this point, man. I don't know what we do from this point. How do we save ourselves? I seem to be starting to asking the same question every week. Obviously, we weren't around after the Liverpool game, but pretty much other than that, maybe we have to stop covering games, because maybe that's when we up our game. But I don't know what's going on. I mean, I do know what's going on, but I don't know how we stop it. I don't know how we overcome this. Is Tudor now a dead man walking?
Look, the reality is his decisions today were shambles.
Absolutely.
They were a shambles.
Absolutely. But it's just on the cusp of getting some players back, and then we show a performance like that and get a result like that. Who we got? We got 7 massive games. 7 cup
Sunderland
finals.
away next.
7 cup finals to save ourselves.
Maybe we shouldn't call them cup finals. We need to call them games.
7 European Cup finals. I don't know.
League ones. UEFA
And we
Cup
got
ones.
Sunderland next. They just
Sunderland
beat,
away
just
next.
beat
We don't play again for
Newcastle.
3 weeks. We're going to get some players back in the next 3 weeks, which might be a bit more positive. But judging on what I've seen today, on the back of the last 2 games, where you're thinking, all right, we're going in the right directions. How many times have we said it? 1 step forward, 2 steps back. This is Tottenham Hotspur.
More than 2 today, I would say. More than 2 steps back today. I think the confidence in terms of us staying up has been probably never been more rocked than it has been today.
Yeah.
It's fair to say, surely. A 3-0 home loss to our relegation rivals, and we've now lost at home West Ham was a while ago. We've now lost home to West Ham and to Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, drawn to Wolves.
I don't know what we do, man. And of course, Gibbs White scored as well.
Yeah, of course, you knew he was going to. I told you he was going to score
Obviously,
today.
he
But
also scored.
so, the thing that got me the most is just like how we just couldn't get a shot on target even. We're all going on about the last 2 games, got 11 shots on target. You know, we're looking a lot more of an attacking threat and a creative threat. And he doesn't play Javi.
I don't get that.
How do you not play Javi?
And then Tell, our best player, had to go off on 65 minutes as well. And after he went off, there was like absolutely zero threat, it seemed. The whole thing's a mess. The whole thing is embarrassing. We're going to get memed to the high heavens. I don't know where we go from here. It's going to be a long 3 weeks. It's going to be a long 3 weeks.
It really is, but we got to find something from somewhere. We can't go out like this. We just cannot. We have to find something from somewhere. I just don't know what that something is, and I don't know where we're going to find it from. I really don't. Right now, if you look objectively at the situation, we're going down. That's the reality. We are going down. You cannot lose 3-0 to this Nottingham Forest side. And by the way, it's Dr. Tottenham rears his ugly head once again, giving Vitor Pereira his first win as Nottingham Forest manager at the
It's like clockwork. It's like clockwork.
It's like whenever it's possible for Dr. Tottenham to turn up, he shows up. And we're the fools that buy into it and say we believe going into the game.
All this stuff before the game. I mean, what were we thinking? What were we thinking? Not that we shouldn't have done it. I'm just saying, why were we believing? What were we thinking about having all this positivity when they go and show us that?
We do it every time, mate.
We were setting ourselves
Every
up to be
time.
embarrassed.
Every
it was
time.
like we were trying to embarrass ourselves. The whole thing's a joke, man. See you later.